Hey everybody, my name is Greg Ferrara and I'm a Catholic worship leader at the parish where I work of Holy Trinity, and this is Music Ministry Monday. I was thinking today we are probably on the front edge of things starting to open back up after this last year of pandemic, and today was a great Sabbath day. I woke up, went to a daily mass at a nearby parish where a friend of mine is the pastor, had some beautiful prayer time this morning, and tried to take a bit of a Sabbath day. And as I was going through and doing some reflecting today, I said to myself, what are we going to do as we start to open? Our Archbishop here in the Atlanta area, Archbishop Gregory Hartmayer, sent out a letter saying we are starting to return to church. He is ending the general dispensation on May the 22nd, which is the weekend of Pentecost. We'll still be social distanced. He encouraged people to bring back their missalettes and their hymnals, though I understand we will still not be singing. So I started thinking about this from a music ministry perspective. What does this mean for us? We've been closed, meaning for the last year we have been having masses. We opened back up on Pentecost last year, and we're having masses socially distanced. And in my particular parish, we've been operating with 3 musicians, maximum 3 musicians, so we could spread out enough so that everybody would feel comfortable. And a parishioner, a friend of mine, built these beautiful plexiglass frames to go in front of us, which was really just phenomenal, so we could get back to work, so I was able to work. So I'm so grateful for that. But what does this mean now that we're starting to come back from a music ministry perspective? And I started thinking about this today. And this is my reflection point. For those of you that run groups or are music directors yourselves, I wanted to encourage you in this. We are under no obligation to return back to the way things were before this pandemic shut down. And I say that from a perspective of we have a responsibility to our bosses, to our pastors and business managers and the people that supervise us. But with regards to things like how things were running and how we operated before the pandemic, I want to free you from the obligation to return back to the way things were. And here's what I mean. As I start bringing back teams, just because we rehearsed on Thursday nights in 2019 doesn't mean that that's what we're going to do when we come back. When I look at the challenges that I have in my area, a lot of them are related to physical setup, like where things are positioned. We have a beautiful church with some challenging areas of our setup. There's this column that's right behind where my normal area is to lead. So I'm looking at this now and going, well, what am I going to do differently when we start to come back? I think I'm going to change our physical setup. I think I'm going to change our rehearsal schedule and our team schedule. And I'm also wanting to encourage you that you are not under obligation to continue to return back to things that maybe weren't working beautifully before we shut down for the pandemic. So what I'm offering to you is you have a clean slate. If there are teams that you need to reassign positions and reassign schedules, now's the time to do that. If, like me, you need to clean up the physical area where you're working and maybe rearrange things so it works better from a flow and a ministry perspective, you are free to do that. If you need to change your rehearsal schedule or your rehearsal methodology, you're free to do that. You have a blank slate. One of the funny things that we talk about oftentimes with liturgy and liturgical ministry and musical ministry is the train never stops for maintenance. Well, with this whole thing, the train came to a stop for a few weeks and has been really kind of in the bay for the last year. So now's the time to make some of these changes. So start thinking through what changes you might make as you return. Do me a favor, leave in the comments some of the things that you've been doing during pandemic and what you're planning on doing differently once you come back. And as we share this Musical Ministry Monday, just wanted to encourage you to make sure that you are taking some time to rest during the week. We've talked about this several times on this channel, but we do want to make sure that you're taking some time for Sabbath, for renewal, for refreshment. And as your teams come back, remember, some people are going to be coming back very excited about coming back to music ministry. Some people may not be coming back into music ministry. They may have felt called into different areas of the church over this last year, and that's okay too. But you be ready as a shepherd, as a pastoral leader within your teams for whatever those situations are. But again, I want to encourage you to rest, to take some time this week to pray, to ask the Lord what He's asking you to do as you come back from pandemic. I hope you guys have a great week. God bless you.